The thermostat said 72 degrees, but Caroline could see her breath in the bedroom air. 7 months pregnant, fever of 102, and her millionaire husband had just locked her out of the heating system, changed every password, trapped her inside their freezing house, in the middle of a Connecticut winter. But that was just the beginning, because what Caroline discovered that day would unravel everything. The perfect marriage, the wealthy husband, the dream life she thought she had built. All of it. Lies, carefully constructed, systematically planned, designed to cage her. And the man she left behind 5 years ago, the billionaire ex she thought was her biggest mistake, he was about to become her greatest ally. This is a story about a woman who chose safety over love, stability over passion, a cage over freedom, and the brutal awakening that almost killed her and her baby. But this is also a story about fighting back, about discovering that the prison door was unlocked all along, about learning that sometimes walking away is the bravest thing you will ever do. What happened next shocked everyone, including her. This is Caroline's story, and it starts with the cold. The thermostat would not budge. Caroline Brennan stood in her bedroom, teeth chattering, breath forming clouds in the February air. The screen glowed, 72 degrees. That is what the number said, but her fingers had gone numb 10 minutes ago. She pressed the up arrow again. Nothing. Pressed the down arrow. Nothing. The screen flickered. Issuer. Contact administrator. Administrator. Derek had set that up 6 months ago, said it would save money, said she was wasteful with the heating, said a lot of things. Carrie pulled her phone from her maternity jeans pocket. The pregnancy app said she was 7 months along, 30 weeks. Her belly pressed against her ribs when she breathed. The baby had been kicking all morning. Now the kicks felt slower, lazy. She opened the thermostat app. Username and password required. Her fingers shook as she typed. Error. Password incorrect. She tried again. The password she had used yesterday, the one Derek set up. Error. Password changed by administrator at 9:15 a.m. 9:15. This morning, right after she texted him about her fever. Carrie pressed her hand to her forehead. Still hot. 102 degrees when she checked an hour ago. The thermometer sat on the bathroom counter. She should check again. But her legs felt heavy. The walk from bed to bathroom this morning had taken forever. She tried calling Derek, straight to voicemail. Derek, the heating is not working, she said. Her voice sounded thin, weak. The app says you changed the password. I have a fever. It is really cold. Can you call me back? She hung up, looked at the thermostat again, tried the manual override button. Nothing. He had locked it. Completely. The bedroom window rattled. Wind from Long Island Sound cut through the old colonial house. Derek loved this house. Loved telling people it was built in 1873. Loved the high ceilings in original crown molding. Never mentioned the drafts. The single pane windows. The heating system that barely worked even when it was on. Carrie did what pregnant women do when they are cold and scared. She pulled on 3 sweaters. The cashmere one Derek bought her for Christmas. The wool one from her mother. The fleece one she had owned since college. Wrapped herself in the blanket from the bed. The down comforter. The throw Rachel had crocheted. Then she walked to the closet. The walk-in closet Derek was so proud of. Smallest room in the house. Warmest room right now. She sat on the floor, back against the wall, knees pulled up as much as her belly allowed. Tried not to panic. The baby kicked. Once. Twice. Carrie put her hand on her stomach. We are okay, she whispered. We are going to be okay. She did not believe it. Her phone buzzed. Finally, Derek. She grabbed it. Not a call, a text. Dinner is not made. I will eat out. Charge card declined, BTW. 3 sentences. No question marks. No concern. No acknowledgement that she had called. That she had said she was sick. That she had asked for help. By the way, like her credit card declining was an afterthought. An inconvenience. Not his wife of 2 years unable to buy groceries. Carrie read the message again. Then again. The words blurred. Her eyes were watering. From the cold, just the cold. She scrolled up through their text history. This morning at 8:30. Her message, not feeling well, fever, going to rest today. His response at 8:45, okay. One word, two letters, then 9 hours of silence, then at 9:15, the exact time he changed the thermostat password, right after she said she had a fever. This was not neglect, this was something else. Carrie tried the credit card app, declined, all 3 cards, checked the banking app, locked, password incorrect. Her hands started shaking harder. Not from the cold anymore. She called Jen, her best friend since college. The only person who had said anything when Carrie announced her engagement to Derek. Not congratulations. Just, are you sure? Jen picked up on the first ring. Hey, Jen said. Background noise. The hospital where she worked as a nurse. What's wrong? Carrie's voice broke. I need help. Jen's tone changed immediately, sharp, focused. What happened? Derek changed all the passwords, the heating, the bank accounts, everything. I have a fever and it is so cold and the baby is not moving much and I cannot get out. What do you mean you cannot get out? The garage door opener does not work. His car is blocking mine in the driveway. I am coming, Jen said. Right now, do not move. Actually move. Go somewhere warm, a closet, bathroom, anywhere small. I will be there in 20 minutes. The line went dead. Carrie sat in the closet, surrounded by Derek's suits, his Italian shoes, his cashmere coats, everything he loved more than her. She thought about this morning, the way he looked at her when she said she was sick. That expression, not concern, irritation, like her fever was an inconvenience, a performance, an accusation. You are always sick, he had said. Maybe if you took better care of yourself. Then he grabbed his briefcase, the leather one she had bought him for their first anniversary, walked out, did not kiss her goodbye, had not kissed her goodbye in months, maybe longer. She knew that look now, the one that said she was a burden, an expense, a mistake. The baby kicked again, stronger this time. Carrie closed her eyes. Your daddy does not mean it, she whispered. He is just stressed. Work is hard. I am being dramatic. This is just pregnancy hormones making me emotional. But even as she said the words, she knew. This was not hormones. This was not stress. This was deliberate. She heard tires on the gravel driveway, a car door slamming, footsteps running, then pounding on the front door. Carrie! Jen's voice. Open up! Carrie pulled herself to standing, clutched the blankets around her, walked slowly down the stairs. Each step hurt. Her muscles ached. Fever muscles, flu muscles, something is very wrong muscles. She opened the door. Jen took one look at her and said one word, an explicative, the kind of word Carrie never used, the kind that fit perfectly right now. How long have you been like this? Jen asked. She was already wrapping her arm around Carrie, leading her outside. The cold air hit different out here. Fresh, clean, not trapped. Since this morning, Carrie said. Your lips are blue. Are they? We are going to the ER now. Jen helped her into the passenger seat, turned the heat to maximum, started driving before Carrie could protest. Carrie looked back at the house, the beautiful colonial, the one Derek posted about on Instagram with captions like blessed and grateful and family first. The house that had become a trap. She was not overreacting. This was not pregnancy hormones. He had done this on purpose. The truth settled into her bones. Colder than the house, heavier than the baby. Derek Morrison had tried to hurt her, had tried to hurt their baby, and she had no idea why. The emergency room smelled like antiseptic and fear. Carrie sat on the examination table, paper crinkling beneath her. The warming blanket wrapped around her shoulders felt like heaven, like safety, like someone actually cared whether she lived or died. Dr. Harrison was older, 50s maybe, gray hair, kind eyes, the kind of doctor who had seen too much to be shocked by anything. Your core temperature is 95 degrees, she said. Her voice was gentle, professional. Do you understand what that means? Carrie nodded. Her background in pharmaceutical marketing meant she knew enough medical terminology to be terrified. Hypothermia, she whispered. Mild hypothermia, Dr. Harrison confirmed, but hypothermia nonetheless. During pregnancy, this is extremely dangerous. How long were you exposed to cold temperatures? I am not sure, a few hours maybe. And the environment temperature? 58 degrees, that is what the thermostat was locked at. Dr. Harrison's pen stopped moving. Locked? Jen spoke from the corner. Her husband changed the password. She could not adjust it. The doctor's expression did not change, but something shifted in her eyes. That look, the one the nurse had given earlier. The one that said, I have seen this before. I see, Dr. Harrison said. She made a note. Then another. Let me check the baby's heart rate. She pulled out the Doppler, cold gel on Carrie's belly, the wand pressing, searching. Seconds that felt like hours. Then the sound, whoosh, 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 fast, strong, alive. Carrie started crying, could not stop, did not want to stop. Heart rate is 152, Dr. Harrison said. That is good, that is normal. But I need to be very clear with you, Caroline. You were dangerously close to preterm labor. Hypothermia during pregnancy can trigger contractions, can cause fetal distress. You need to understand how serious this is. I understand, Carrie said. Do you? The doctor's voice was sharper now, not mean, urgent. Because I need to ask you something, and I need you to be honest with me. Carrie waited. Do you feel safe at home? The question hung in the air. Heavy. Impossible. True. Carrie opened her mouth. Closed it. Opened it again. I do not know, she finally said. Dr. Harrison nodded, like this was the right answer, the honest answer. I am going to step out, she said. Give you some time with your friend. A nurse will be back shortly. We are going to run some more tests. Make sure everything is okay. Then we will talk about next steps. She left. The door clicked, shut. Jen moved closer, grabbed Carrie's hand. Tell me the truth, Jen said. How bad is it? Carrie's phone buzzed. She looked down. Derek, not a call, a text. Dinner is not made. I will eat out. Charge card declined, BTW. No question about where she was. No concern that she had not answered his earlier message. Just irritation about dinner. About the credit card. She showed Jen the phone. Jen read it. Her jaw clenched. Are you kidding me right now? He does not know I am here. He does not care, Carrie. Look at this message. Look at it. You told him you were sick this morning. Icky, he has not called, had not checked on you, had not asked if you were okay. Instead, he locked you out of the heating, the bank accounts, everything. Maybe he did not mean, stop. Jen's voice was firm, final. Do not make excuses for him. Not now, not here. Not when you almost went into preterm labor because he deliberately made your house uninhabitable. The nurse came back in, young, sympathetic. She did not meet Carrie's eyes as she asked the question. We need to document everything, the nurse said quietly. For your safety. Do you feel safe at home? There it was again, that question, the one Carrie had been avoiding for months, maybe years. No, she said. The word came out small, broken, true. The nurse made a note. Has your partner ever physically hurt you? No, not like that. What about financially, emotionally? Carrie thought about the joint account Derek insisted on, the one where her paycheck deposited automatically, the one he controlled, the credit cards in her name that he paid off, kept track of, commented on every purchase. Maybe, she said. Has he ever prevented you from leaving? Blocked you in? Restricted your access to money or resources? Today. Yes, today he did that. More notes, more sympathetic looks. We are going to give you some information, the nurse said. Resources, phone numbers, just in case you need them. Jen's hand squeezed tighter. The IV drip continued. Warm fluids flooding Carrie's system. She watched the bag, counted drips. 1, 2, 3. Tried not to think about anything except those drips. The baby kicked. Strong kicks now. Angry kicks, like even the baby knew something was wrong. You are okay, Carrie whispered, her hand on her belly. We are okay. We are going to be okay. She said it until she almost believed it. Almost. Dr. Harrison came back hours later, or maybe minutes. Time felt strange. Elastic. Your temperature is back to normal, she said. The baby looks good, but I need you to understand something. You were dangerously close to a medical emergency. If you had stayed in that environment another hour, maybe two, we would be having a very different conversation. I understand. Do you? Because I need to know. Do you have somewhere else to stay? Someone you can call? Somewhere safe? Carrie thought about Rachel, her older sister, the one with the perfect marriage, the 3 kids, the house with the white picket fence, the life Carrie thought she wanted. My sister, she said. Good. Call her tonight. Do not go back to that house alone. Dr. Harrison handed her discharge papers, a social worker card, a domestic violence hotline number. The papers felt heavy, like evidence, like admission. Jen drove her to Rachel's. Neither of them spoke. The silence was thick, comfortable, the kind of silence that says, I am here, I know. You do not have to explain. Carrie checked her phone. Derek still had not called, had not asked where she was, had not acknowledged that his wife had been gone for 6 hours. She tried her email. Password incorrect. Banking app, locked, credit cards, all declined. He had not just cut the heating. He had cut her off from everything. Every access point, every resource, every escape route, all of it locked, controlled his. The realization hit like ice water. This had been planned. This was not a mistake or a bad day or stress from work. This was systematic, methodical, deliberate. Derek Morrison had been building a cage around her, one lock at a time, one password change at a time, one controlled resource at a time. And today he had sealed it shut. Rachel's guest room smelled like lavender and safety. The baby quilt Rachel had made hung over the chair, soft yellows and greens, hand-stitched, made with love, so different from the designer nursery at Derek's house, all grays and whites, minimalist, cold, like everything else Derek chose. Carrie sat on the bed, her old laptop balanced on her knees, the one from college, the one Derek called junk, said she should throw it away, said it was taking up space. She had kept it anyway. Shoved it in the back of Rachel's garage 6 months ago when Derek was on one of his decluttering kicks. The ones where he threw away her things, never his, always hers. The laptop booted up, slow, the fan whirring. But it worked. She opened the browser, went to her old email, the one from college, carolinebrennan2014@gmail.com, the one Derek did not know about, the one she had not checked in years. 23,000 unread emails. She scrolled. Spam, newsletters, LinkedIn notifications, old job applications from her 20s. Evidence of a life before Derek. Evidence she had existed. Then, there, a name that made her breath catch. Alex Hayes. Subject. Thinking of you, dated 3 months ago. Her finger hovered over the mouse. She should not click it. Should not open this door. Should focus on survival. On the baby. On getting away from Derek. She clicked it anyway. Hey, Carrie, I know we have not talked in forever. I know I probably should not be writing this, but I saw your old company won the Morrison account, and I just knew that it had to be your work. Nobody else could have pulled off that campaign. Hope you are doing well. Hope life is treating you right. You deserve everything good. Always did. Take care. Alex. Carrie read it again. Then again. The words blurred. She clicked back. Scrolled. Found another. 6 months ago. Subject. Congratulations. Heard you got married. Hope he makes you happy. Hope he knows how lucky he is. Wishing you all the best. Alex. Another one. A year ago. Subject. Just checking in. Saw you move to Connecticut. Good choice. Always loved it up there. Hope you are well. Alex. She kept scrolling, kept clicking. Years of messages. Not every day, not even every month, just occasional. Checking in, thinking of her, hoping she was happy. He had been watching from a distance, caring from a distance, for 5 years. One email caught her breath, dated 3 months ago. The night after Patricia Morrison's birthday party. The night Derek's mother had called Carrie the girl from nowhere in front of 24 guests. The night Derek had laughed, agreed with his mother, made a joke about Carrie's working class background. The night Carrie had locked herself in the bathroom and cried until her makeup ran, until she looked like she had been swimming, until Derek knocked and told her she was embarrassing him. Alex's email that same night: I do not know why I am writing this. I should not be writing this. But if you ever need anything, anything at all, I am here. No questions, no judgment. Just, I am here. Always will be. Alex. He knew. Somehow he knew. Could see through the Instagram posts, the perfect life performance, the smiling photos. He saw her. Actually saw her. Carrie sat in Rachel's guest room at 2 a.m, laptop glowing in the dark, baby doing somersaults inside her, reading emails from the man she had left behind, the one she had chosen stability over, chosen Derek over. She had been 24, fresh out of grad school. Alex was 29, building his tech company, all passion and risk and uncertainty. Derek was 30, established, safe, boring in the best way. Alex wanted to marry her, asked her over breakfast in bed. No ring, just words, just truth. Marry me. Build this life with me. I cannot promise you easy, but I can promise you real. She had said no, said she needed someone stable, someone certain, someone who would not drag her through the chaos of a startup, someone boring. Derek proposed 3 months later, with a ring, a plan, a timeline, a PowerPoint presentation about their 5-year plan, literal PowerPoint. She had said yes, thought she was being smart, practical, mature. She had been an idiot. Carrie closed the laptop, put her hand on her belly. The baby was awake, punching her ribs, making her bladder feel like a stress ball. Your dad would never do this, she whispered. Lock someone out of their own house. Change passwords. Control everything. He would never, but he is not your dad. Derek is, and I chose that. I chose wrong. Saying it out loud made it real, made it hurt, made it true. She had chosen wrong, had mistaken control for stability, boredom for safety, performance for love. And now she was 7 months pregnant, locked out of her bank accounts, sleeping in her sister's guest room, with nothing except some maternity clothes and an old laptop. The bathroom light clicked on in the hallway, Rachel checking on her, making sure she was okay, not asking questions, just present, just there. Carrie waited until the light went off, until Rachel went back to bed. Then she pulled the laptop open again. She clicked reply on Alex's most recent email. The one from 3 months ago, the one that said he was there. Always. Her fingers hovered over the keyboard. What do you say to someone who saw you when you were invisible? Someone who cared when no one else did? Someone you left behind for all the wrong reasons? She closed the laptop without typing anything, put it on the nightstand, pulled the baby quilt over her shoulders, tried to sleep, but the words kept running through her head, on repeat, a prayer, a confession, a truth. The signs were all there. I just kept making excuses, kept telling myself it would get better after the wedding, after the pregnancy, after the baby. It was never going to get better, because Derek Morrison was never going to change, was never going to see her as an equal, a partner, a person. He saw her as a resource, something to use, control, discard when she stopped being useful. And she had let him, had made excuses, had performed gratitude, had shrunk herself smaller and smaller until she almost disappeared. But she was still here, still breathing, still fighting, for the baby, for herself, for the woman she used to be, the one Alex had loved, the one who managed million-dollar campaigns, the one who existed before Derek convinced her she was worthless. That woman was still in there somewhere, buried, locked away, but not dead, not yet. Morning light filtered through Rachel's guest room curtains. Carrie woke to the smell of coffee. Voices downstairs, Rachel's kids getting ready for school. Normal life. The kind she had forgotten existed. She pulled herself to sitting, her back ached, her head pounded. The fever was gone, but the exhaustion remained, deep, bone level, the kind that comes from fighting battles in your sleep. Her phone sat on the nightstand. She picked it up. 6 missed calls from Derek. No voicemails, just calls. Attempts to reach her. control her, pull her back. She turned the phone off. Jen had brought bags yesterday, trash bags full of Carrie's clothes from the house. Derek had allowed it, his word, allowed. Like he was doing her a favor by letting her have her own belongings. Carrie pulled the first bag toward her, maternity jeans, sweaters, underwear, nothing with value, no jewelry, no laptop, no documents. Nothing she could sell or use or leverage. Except at the bottom of the last bag, buried under leggings and nursing bras, something heavy, hard, familiar. Her old phone. The iPhone 8 she had replaced 2 years ago. Derek had told her to throw it away. Said it was worthless, obsolete, trash. She had put it in her nightstand drawer instead. Forgotten about it. Until Jen found it yesterday. Threw it in the bag without thinking. Carrie found Rachel's old charger. Plugged it in. Waited. The screen glowed. Apple logo. Loading bar. 43% battery. Everything's still there. Photos, messages, apps, all of it. Frozen in time. A digital record of her life before Derek took over. Her hands shook as she scrolled. She told herself she was being paranoid. That there would be nothing. That she had imagined Derek's financial control. That she was overreacting. Then she opened the photos. Screenshots. Dozens of them. Bank statements. Text messages. Emails. She had taken screenshots. Back when Derek first started being weird about money. Back when she told herself she was being paranoid. Back when she convinced herself she was imagining things. Evidence. She had been collecting evidence and did not even know it. The first screenshot, bank statement from 6 months before the wedding, her checking account, paycheck deposit, $4,000. Then, same day, withdrawal, $3,900, transfer to account ending in 7421. She did not recognize that account number. Another screenshot, week later. Same pattern, deposit, withdrawal, transfer. She kept scrolling, months of this, her money flowing in, then out, always to that same account, the one she did not know about, the one Derek had never mentioned. Her marketing brain kicked in, started building the narrative, creating the timeline. This was not new. This had been happening from before they married. Derek had been planning this, setting up the infrastructure, the accounts, the transfers, the control, more screenshots, her jewelry, the pieces her grandmother had left her, Victorian pearl necklace, Art Deco diamond bracelet, garnet ring from the 1920s, family heirlooms, the only valuable thing she owned. Photo dated 4 months ago, pawn shop receipt, Morrison, Derek, items, antique pearl necklace, Art Deco bracelet, garnet ring, total $2,400. When she was too pregnant, noticed they were missing. When her fingers were too swollen to wear rings anyway. When she trusted him. Believed him when he said he put them in the safe deposit box. He had pawned her grandmother's jewelry. Used the money for. What? His failing business? His debts? His performance of wealth? Carrie sat on Rachel's guest room floor, phone in one hand, evidence in the other, not crying, past crying, just processing. She had not been paranoid, had not been hormonal, had not been dramatic. She had been right. Derek Morrison was stealing from her. Had been stealing from her, systematically, deliberately, for years. Her phone buzzed quiet. The new one, Derek again. Stop being dramatic. Come home, you are embarrassing me. Then another, my mother wants to talk to you. Then a third, you are going to lose everything. She stared at that last message. Let it sink in, the threat, the promise, the truth. Except she had already lost everything. He had taken it, piece by piece, lock by lock, account by account. There was nothing left to lose, which meant she had nothing left to protect, nothing holding her back, nothing keeping her small. She picked up the old phone, scrolled through her contacts, found the name she needed, Robert Sullivan, her college friend's dad, semi-retired lawyer, the one who had told her at graduation, if you ever need help with anything legal, anything at all, call me. She had not thought she would ever need a lawyer, had not thought her life would become the kind of story that required legal intervention. She called. He answered on the third ring. This is Robert. Mr. Sullivan, this is Caroline Brennan. We met at, I remember, Jessica's friend, the marketing genius. How are you, Carolyn? I need a lawyer. His tone shifted. Professional. Alert. What kind of lawyer? Family law, divorce, financial abuse. I have evidence. I need help. Silence, then. Can you come to my office tomorrow? Bring everything you have. Bank statements, receipts, messages, everything. Okay. Caroline, are you safe right now? Do you have somewhere to stay? I'm at my sister's. Good. Stay there. Do not go back to the house alone. Do not engage with your husband. Let everything go to voicemail. Can you do that? Yes. We are going to figure this out. I have been practicing family law for 30 years. I have seen this before. And I need you to know, it is not your fault. None of this is your fault. Carrie's throat tightened. Thank you. See you tomorrow at 10. My office on Main Street. Red brick building. You cannot miss it. He hung up. Carrie sat, phone in hand, evidence surrounding her. The baby kicking, demanding attention, demanding life, demanding justice. She was not crazy, not dramatic, not hormonal. Derek had been stealing from her, abusing her, caging her, and she was done pretending it was anything else. She opened her laptop, the old one, created a new folder, named it Evidence, started uploading screenshots, organizing by date, building the case, the narrative, the proof. This was just another campaign, just another marketing strategy, just another story that needed structure. Beginning, middle, end. Except this time the product she was selling was the truth, and the audience was a judge. Rachel's phone started buzzing at 7 in the morning. Carrie heard it through the wall, vibrating, over and over. Then Rachel's voice, confused, upset. Then footsteps. Rachel knocking on the guest room door. Carrie, are you awake? Yes. Rachel opened the door. Her face said everything. Have you seen Facebook? No, I have not checked. You should. Derek posted something. Carrie's stomach dropped. She grabbed her phone, turned it on, waited for it to load. Every second felt like an hour. Facebook opened. Derek's post at the top of her feed. Posted last night at 11:15. After she had gone to bed. After she had stopped checking. After she thought maybe she would have one night of peace. The post read, "Prayers for my wife who is going through something mentally right now. Pregnancy hormones are no joke. Please respect our privacy during this difficult time. She is safe. She is being cared for. But she needs space and support. Thank you all for understanding." The comments were already flooding in, hundreds of them. Patricia Morrison, we are so worried about her. Derek is being so strong through all of this. Derek's college friend Brad, hang in there, man. You are a good husband for sticking by her. Her own cousin Amanda, Carrie, if you see this, we love you. Get help, please. Then the ones that made her hands shake. Someone named Jennifer Clark. I always thought she seemed unstable. This explains so much. Derek's coworker Mike. Pregnancy psychosis is real. My wife went through it. Derek, you are doing the right thing. Person after person, comment after comment, all believing him, all pitying him, all agreeing that Carrie was the problem. The dramatic one, the unstable one, the mentally ill pregnant woman who needed help. Rachel sat on the bed. What do we do? Nothing. We do nothing. But people think, I know what people think. Derek made sure they would think that. This is what abusers do. They control the narrative, make themselves the victim, make everyone else the villain. Carrie's phone started ringing. Unknown number. Then another. Then another. She answered the fourth one. Professional voice. Reporter. Caroline Morrison, this is Katie Sanders from the Hartford Chronicle. Do you have a comment on your husband's statement about your mental health? Carrie hung up. Blocked the number. Another call. Another reporter. Another request for comment. Jen showed up at 9, took one look at Carrie's face and said, do not answer any of them. No comments, no explanations, no defending yourself. Radio silence. Everyone thinks I am crazy. Everyone who believes Derek's narrative without asking for your side was never on your side anyway. Screw them. The doorbell rang. Rachel went to answer it. Came back with a delivery, large manila envelope, attorney's office return address. Carrie opened it. Divorce papers. Derek had filed, yesterday, while she was at the hospital, while she was getting evidence of hypothermia, while their baby's heart rate was being monitored. He had filed for divorce. The grounds, mental instability, abandonment, irreconcilable differences. He was painting her as the one who left, the unstable one, the one who abandoned the marriage. Jen read over her shoulder, released a string of explicatives that would make a sailor proud. Rachel's youngest daughter, Emma, wandered in, 4 years old, blonde pigtails, carrying a stuffed rabbit. She looked at Carrie, then at the papers on the floor, then at Carrie's face. Emma sat down next to her, said nothing, just sat there, rabbit in lap, small hand on Carrie's arm. Sometimes that is all you can do. Just sit, just be present, just exist next to someone who is breaking. Carrie's phone buzzed again. Patricia Morrison this time. Caroline, we need to talk. This behavior is unacceptable. Derek is beside himself. You are carrying our grandchild. How dare you put the baby at risk with your dramatics? Call me immediately. Carrie read the message out loud, her voice flat, empty. She thinks I am the one who put the baby at risk, she said. Not Derek, me, the one who got hypothermia because her son locked the thermostat. I am the dangerous one. Jen grabbed Carrie's phone, turned it off. You are meeting with Robert today. At 10, we are leaving in 30 minutes. You are going to give him every modeling, every screenshot, every receipt, every message, and he is going to destroy Derek Morrison. I do not want to destroy him. Too bad, because he is trying to destroy you. And if you do not fight back, he wins. Your daughter grows up thinking this is okay, thinking women accept abuse, thinking silence is safety. The words hit like a slap, like truth, like the motivation Carrie needed. She thought about the baby, the daughter she was carrying, the one who would someday ask about her father, about the divorce, about why mommy left. What story did Carrie want to tell her? The one where she stayed quiet, accepted the narrative, let Derek win, or the one where she fought, where she stood up, where she proved that no man gets to cage you and call it love? Okay, Carrie said, let's go. Robert Sullivan's office smelled like old books and justice. Leather chairs, oak desk, degrees on the wall, photos of his daughters. Proof that good men existed, that not everyone was Derek. Carrie sat across from him, file folder in her lap, evidence organized, timeline clear, marketing presentation perfect. Robert looked through everything. His face got harder with each page, each screenshot, each receipt. How long has this been going on? He asked. Years, since before we married. In the heating incident? 2 days ago. He made notes, flipped pages, made more notes. Caroline, I have practiced family law for 30 years. I have seen financial abuse, emotional abuse, controlling behavior. This is textbook, and we can prove it. What does that mean? It means we file for emergency protective order. We freeze joint assets before he can move them. We get a restraining order. We move fast. Because men like this, they escalate when they lose control. I know. Good. Then you understand. This is going to get worse before it gets better. He is going to fight dirty. His mother is going to enable him. People are going to believe his version. But we have evidence, we have medical records, we have witnesses, and we have the truth. Carrie thought about the Facebook post, the comments, the reporters, the narrative Derek had already built. What if no one believes me? The judge will believe you because we are not going to the court of public opinion. We are going to actual court, where evidence matters, where lies have consequences, where abusers do not get to control the story. He slid paperwork across the desk. Forms, affidavits, statements. I need you to write down everything. Every incident, every threat, every time he made you feel unsafe, every time he controlled your money. Everything. Carrie picked up the pen, started writing. The words flowed. Years of silence breaking open. Years of accepting, excusing, minimizing. All of it coming out. True, raw, real. He was not going to win. She would not let him win. Not when her daughter was watching. Not when the next generation needed to see what fighting back looked like. Not when she had already lost everything except her dignity. And that she was keeping. The unknown number called 3 times before Carrie answered. She was sitting in Rachel's backyard, watching the kids play, trying to remember what normal felt like, trying to pretend her life had not imploded. Hello, professional voice, female, efficient. Ms. Brennan, I am calling on behalf of Alexander Hayes. He would like to speak with you if you are comfortable with his head. Carrie's breath stopped. Alex? Yes, ma'am. Would you like me to connect you? Yes, okay. Click. Hold music, then, his voice. 5 years gone. Still familiar. Still warm. Carrie. Just her name. Not Caroline, not Mrs. Morrison, just Carrie. The name she used to be. Hi, Alex. I saw Derek's post. I know it is not my place. I know I have no right to ask, but are you safe? Are you okay? She should lie, should protect herself, should be strong and independent and not need anyone. Instead, she told the truth. No, I am not safe, and I do not know what to do. Long silence. She could hear him breathing, processing, probably regretting reaching out, probably wishing he had stayed away. Can you tell me what happened? He asked. So she did. All of it. The heating, the hospital, the evidence, the Facebook post, the divorce filing, everything. Alex did not interrupt, did not offer solutions, did not mansplain or minimize or tell her she was overreacting. He just listened. When she finished, he said, I am so sorry. I should have. God, I saw you with him at that restaurant 2 years ago. You looked different, smaller, quieter. I told myself I was imagining things, that you were happy, that I was just jealous. I should have said something. It is not your fault. Maybe not, but I could have helped, could have checked in more, could have done something besides send useless emails you probably never even read. I read them, all of them, last night. Oh, the weight in that one syllable, the hope, the fear, the 5 years of distance. Alex, I need you to know, when you asked me to marry you, when I said no, I thought I was being smart, practical, mature. I thought Derek was safe. I was wrong. I was so wrong. You made the choice that felt right at the time. You do not owe me anything. But Carrie, I need you to know, whatever you need, money, lawyers, security, a place to stay, anything, it is yours, no strings, no expectations, just let me help. I cannot ask you to do that. You are not asking, I am offering. Actually, I am insisting. Carrie closed her eyes, felt the sun on her face, the baby kicking, the world still spinning despite everything. Why, she asked. Why would you help me after how I ended things? Because I never stopped. Loving you, caring about you, hoping you were happy, and because I have resources Derek Morrison cannot touch, lawyers he cannot intimidate, security he cannot breach, money he cannot manipulate. Let me use them. People will say we were having an affair. They will say that is why I left. Let them say it. We know the truth. The judge will know the truth. That is what matters. Carrie thought about Robert Sullivan, his small practice, his kind face, his 30 years of experience. Then she thought about Derek, his connections, his mother's money, his willingness to lie. I already have a lawyer, she said. Great, let me hire you a second one. Someone who specializes in high net worth divorces. Someone who knows how to fight dirty because Derek is going to fight it as dirty as possible. Alex, please let me do this, not because you need saving, but because he needs destroying. And I really want to watch that happen. Carrie laughed, actual laugh, first one in days, maybe weeks, maybe longer. Okay, she said. Okay, help me fight him. Already on it, I am sending someone. Emma Fitzgerald, best family law attorney in Connecticut. She will call you today. Robert can work with her. Tag team approach. This is too much. This is the bare minimum. Carrie, Derek locked you in a house during hypothermia while you were 7 months pregnant. There is no amount of legal firepower that is too much. How did you know it was hypothermia? I have a friend at Hartford Hospital. She saw your admission. Called me. I hope that is not creepy. It is definitely creepy. Noted, but I am not apologizing. I do not deserve this. Your kindness, your help. Yes, you do. You always did. You just convinced yourself otherwise, which is what he wanted, what all abusers want. For you to believe you deserve less. You do not. You deserve everything, and I am going to help you get it. The baby kicked, hard, like agreement, like yes, like fight. Okay, Carrie said, thank you. Do not thank me. Just survive. Just win. Just show your daughter what a strong woman looks like. How do you know it is a girl? I did not, but now I do. Congratulations. They hung up. Carrie sat in the sunshine, hand on her belly, Alex's voice still echoing in her head. Someone had been seeing her all along, had been caring from a distance, had been waiting, hoping, ready to help. She had been looking the wrong direction for 5 years, looking at Derek, at stability, at safety, when real love had been behind her the whole time. Quiet, patient, true. Her phone rang again. Unknown number. She answered. Ms. Brennan, this is Emma Fitzgerald. Alex Hayes asked me to call. I would like to schedule a meeting. Tomorrow at 2 if that works. I have reviewed the basics of your case, and I have to say, Derek Morrison has no idea what is coming. Carrie smiled. What is coming? Justice, real justice, the kind that leaves a mark. Emma Fitzgerald's conference room had a view of the harbor, floor to ceiling windows, leather chairs, conference table that could seat 12. This was not Robert Sullivan's cozy office. This was power, money, the kind of legal representation Derek could not match. Carrie sat between Robert and Jen, Emma at the head of the table, impeccable suit, sharp eyes, shark energy. Let us talk about Derek Morrison, Emma said. She opened a file, thick, detailed, prepared. Self-made millionaire, except he is not self-made. His father, Thomas Morrison, built Morrison Industrial Supply from nothing, made his first million in the 80s, expanded in the 90s, solid business, good reputation. She flipped a page. Thomas died 6 years ago, left everything to Derek, the company, the house, the investments, everything. Derek took over, and within 3 years he ran it into the ground. Carrie blinked. What? Morrison Industrial Supply filed for bankruptcy protection 4 months ago. Criminal investigation opened 2 months ago. Fraud, embezzlement, misappropriation of funds. Derek Morrison is not a millionaire, Caroline. He is broke, worse than broke. He is a fraud. The room tilted. Carrie gripped the edge of the table. But the house, the cars, the lifestyle, all mortgaged, all debt. The house has 3 liens against it. The cars are leased. The country club membership? 3 months behind. Everything Derek has is borrowed, stolen, or yours. Robert leaned forward. Explain that last part. Emma pulled out more documents. Bank statements, transfer records, timeline. Caroline worked for Sterling and Associates before she married Derek, marketing executive. She brought in 3 major clients. Personally, Morrison Industrial Supply was one of them. After they married, she quit her job at Derek's request. Those clients stayed with Morrison Industrial. They trusted Caroline. They did business because of Caroline. Derek used her reputation, her relationships, her work, built nothing himself. The baby shower, the one Patricia threw, $12,000. Carrie had thought Derek was being generous, impressing his mother, celebrating the baby. Emma pulled out a receipt. Pawn shop, Morrison, Derek. Items, antique pearl necklace, Art Deco bracelet, garnet ring. Date, 4 months ago, 3 days before the baby shower. He used your grandmother's jewelry to pay for your own baby shower, Emma said. Used your inheritance to impress his mother, while telling everyone he was successful, while playing the generous husband. Carrie's hands shook. She folded them in her lap, tried to breathe. There is more, Emma continued. Patricia Morrison, Derek's mother, She has been enabling this for years. Every time Derek bounced a check, she covered it. Every time he crashed a car, she bought a new one. Every time he failed, she bailed him out. When he married you, she saw what you really were. A new source of money, connections, status. She called me the girl from nowhere. Because you were a threat. You had actual talent, actual success, actual worth. Everything Derek pretended to have. Patricia knew if you ever woke up, if you ever realized your value, Derek would lose his safety net. Jen spoke up. So the isolation, the financial abuse, the control, it was all to keep Carrie dependent. Exactly. As long as she believed she needed him, he could keep using her. Her connections, her reputation, her money. Once she realized the truth, it was over. Robert made notes. This changes everything. We are not just looking at divorce. We are looking at criminal fraud, financial exploitation. This goes way beyond family court. Emma smiled, not a nice smile, a predator smile. It gets better or worse, depending on perspective. News broke this morning. Morrison Industrial Supply bankruptcy investigation escalated. Federal charges pending. Derek Morrison is looking at significant prison time. Carrie's phone started buzzing, then Jen's, then Robert's. News alerts. Hartford Chronicle. Derek Morrison. Criminal investigation. Fraud. Embezzlement. Emma turned on the conference room TV. Local news. Derek's photo. The house. Patricia crying outside. Reporters everywhere. In a shocking development, Derek Morrison, CEO of Morrison Industrial Supply, is under federal investigation for fraud and embezzlement. Sources say Morrison misappropriated over $2 million from company accounts. His wife, Caroline Morrison, filed for divorce earlier this week, citing abuse. No word yet on whether Mrs. Morrison was involved in the alleged crimes. Carrie's stomach dropped. They think I knew. Of course they do, Emma said calmly. Derek made sure of that. The Facebook post, the mental health narrative, all of it was setting up plausible deniability. If he goes down, he takes you with him. Classic abuser move. But I did not know. I had no idea. We know that, and we are going to prove it. Every bank statement, every transfer, every hidden account. All of it shows you were deliberately kept in the dark. You are not a conspirator. You are a victim. Carrie's phone exploded. Texts, calls, old colleagues. Did you know? Were you involved? How could you not have seen this? She turned it off, could not handle it, could not defend herself to people who had already decided she was guilty. Emma leaned back. This is the moment Derek thought would break you. Public humiliation, criminal association, social isolation. He thought you would crumble, come crawling back, accept whatever scraps he offered. I am not crawling back. Good, because we are going to do something better. We are going to separate you from his mess. Completely. Divorce finalized, assets divided, your name cleared, full custody, and we are going to make sure everyone knows you were the talent, you were the success, you were the one holding everything together while he played pretend millionaire. The hotel room Alex's security had arranged was small, clean, safe. Carrie stood at the window, looking out at city lights, baby kicking hard, angry kicks, frustrated kicks, like even the baby was tired of this. I know, baby, I'm angry too. She walked to the bathroom, turned on the shower. Hot water, no one timing her, no one commenting on the water bill, no one calling her wasteful. She stood under the spray, let it run over her, washing away Derek's lies, Patricia's venom, the Facebook comments, the reporter questions, all of it. Small freedom, first of many. When she got out, she looked at herself in the mirror, really looked. Not the glance to check makeup, the real look, the one that asks, who are you? 7 months pregnant, bruises under her eyes from lack of sleep, hair wet, skin bare, no performance, no pretending, just her, just Carrie, just the woman she had been before Derek, the one she was still, the one she would be again. I was not stupid for loving him. I was stupid for staying after love ended. There is a difference. and I am learning it. Her phone buzzed. New number. She almost did not answer. Hello? Carrie, it is Emma. I wanted you to know. We filed emergency protective order. Restraining order, asset freeze, all of it. Derek cannot touch you, cannot contact you, cannot move money. We locked him down. Thank you. Get some sleep. Tomorrow we fight, and tonight you rest. Carrie hung up, climbed into bed, clean sheets, soft pillows, safety. She put her hand on her belly. We are going to be okay. Your mom is not perfect. She made mistakes. She chose wrong. But she is fighting now, and she is going to win. Not for revenge, not for money, for you. So you grow up knowing that women do not accept cages, even pretty ones, even ones that look like love. The baby kicked. Once. Twice. Agreement. Carrie closed her eyes. For the first time in years, she slept without fear. The sound of screaming woke everyone. Carrie sat up, heart pounding. Rachel's house. Safe, except for the man yelling outside. Derek. She ran to the window. Derek on the front lawn, Mark blocking the door. Rachel calling 911. She is my wife! Oh, Derek screamed. That is my baby. You cannot keep me from my family. Neighbors coming outside, watching, recording. This would be on Facebook within minutes. Mark's voice calm, steady. You need to leave. Now, or I am calling the police. I am calling my wife. Caroline, get out here. Stop being dramatic. Come home. Carrie stood at the window, watching the man she married, the one who locked the thermostat, stole her jewelry, gaslit her for years, now playing victim, now demanding she come home, now screaming about his rights. Jen appeared, grabbed Carrie. Do not go down there. Do not engage. Let Mark handle it. Police sirens in the distance. Getting closer. Derek still screaming. Patricia's car pulling up. Oh, God. Patricia. Derek's mother got out. Designer handbag, expensive coat, tears already flowing. Derek, honey, calm down. We will fix this. Caroline is just confused. The pregnancy hormones. She will come around. She stole from me, Derek yelled. She took everything. My accounts are frozen. My lawyer says she filed for protective order. This is insane. Patricia saw the neighbors. Cameras, switched modes, concerned mother to suffering son. We support you, sweetheart. This is not your fault. She clearly needs help. Mental help. We will make sure the baby is safe. Police arrived. 2 officers, 1 male, 1 female. The female officer looked at Derek, then at Mark, then at the house. Sir, you need to step back, she said. Derek turned on the charm, the reasonable husband, the concerned father-to-be. Officer, I am just trying to see my wife. She left, took all my money, filed false charges. I am worried about her mental state. She is pregnant. She needs help. The officer looked at her partner, unimpressed. Do you have a restraining order, sir? What? No, I am the victim here. Actually, sir, there is a restraining order. Against you. Filed yesterday. Minimum distance, 500 feet. You are in violation. Derek's face changed. The mask slipped. This is ridiculous. That is my house. Well, not this house. But my wife is in there. My baby. Sir, you need to leave now or you will be arrested. Patricia grabbed Derek's arm. Come on, honey. We will call our lawyer. This is a mistake, a misunderstanding. They got in her car, drove away, but not before Derek looked up at the window, saw Carrie standing there. His expression, pure rage, pure hate, pure promise of retaliation. Court 3 days later, restraining order hearing, Derek in a suit, Patricia beside him, lawyer doing his best. Your Honor, my client is simply a concerned husband. His wife has been behaving erratically, making false accusations. He is worried about her safety and the safety of their unborn child. Judge Morrison, female, 50s, looked like she had heard every lie, believed none of them. Emma Fitzgerald stood. Your Honor, if I may present evidence. She laid it out. Bank statements, medical records, medical study, text messages, timeline, every lie Derek told, every dollar he stole, every manipulation documented. Mr. Morrison did not just lock his wife out of their accounts. He deliberately sabotaged climate control in their home while she had a fever. While she was 7 months pregnant, the medical records show she was treated for hypothermia. The doctor's notes indicate concern for fetal distress. This was not neglect, Your Honor. This was deliberate harm. Derek's lawyer tried to object. Your Honor, there is no proof. There is proof, interrupted. Text messages from Mr. Morrison's assistant confirming he remotely changed the thermostat password the same morning Mrs. Morrison reported feeling ill. Bank records showing he locked all accounts that same day. This was planned, systematic, abuse. Judge Morrison read through the documents. Her face got harder with each page. Mr. Morrison, do you have anything to say? Derek stood. The performance began. Humble, apologetic, reasonable. Your Honor, I love my wife. I made mistakes. The thermostat was an accident, a miscommunication. The accounts were frozen because I was trying to protect our assets during this difficult time. I never meant to hurt her. I just want my family back. Did you pawn your wife's jewelry without her knowledge? The judge asked. We needed money. The business was struggling. I thought, did you or did you not sell family heirlooms that belonged to your wife? Yes or no? Yes, but did you or did you not lock her out of all financial accounts? Yes, but she was being irrational. The mask slipped completely. Derek's voice rose. She is trying to take everything. She is the one who left, who abandoned our marriage, who is having an affair with her billionaire ex. This is all a setup. The explicative he used made the court reporter's fingers pause, made Patricia gasp, made the judge's eyes go cold. Mr. Morrison, one more word and you will be held in contempt. Derek's lawyer grabbed his arm, trying to pull him down, trying to save him from himself. Too late. She is trying to destroy me, Derek screamed. I gave her everything. I made her somebody. And this is how she repays me? By lying? By stealing? By playing victim? Bailiff moving forward. Derek still screaming. Patricia crying. Performance of devastated mother. Judge Morrison banged her gavel. Restraining order granted. No contact. Minimum 500 feet at all times. Emergency custody granted to Mrs. Morrison. Mr. Morrison, you are to have no contact with your wife or child until further notice. We are done here. Outside the courthouse. Media everywhere. Cameras, reporters, questions. Mrs. Morrison, do you have a comment? Carolyn, what about the affair allegations? Is it true you are involved with Alexander Hayes? Emma handled it, professional, calm. My client has no comment at this time. Thank you. Alex's security created a path. Carrie, Jen, Robert, Emma, all of them moving through the crowd, getting to the car, doors locking. Safety. Carrie looked back, saw Derek being restrained by Patricia, saw his face, the rage, the loss of control, the realization that he was not winning. They could call her anything they wanted. Crazy, dramatic, whore, gold digger, liar. She knew the truth. And for the first time in years, that was enough. The gossip website published the article at 3 a.m. Carrie was awake. Again. The baby had been using her bladder as a trampoline for the past hour. 8 months pregnant meant sleep was a luxury, a distant memory, something other people did. She grabbed her phone, scrolled through news alerts out of habit, saw the headline, Billionaire tech mogul's secret affair with married woman. Her stomach dropped. She clicked. Photos of Alex's security team escorting her from the courthouse. Close-ups, zoomed in, professional quality. Someone had been watching, waiting, documenting. The article started with innuendo wrapped in question marks. Sources close to the situation suggest Carolyn Morrison may have been involved with tech billionaire Alexander Hayes during her marriage to Derek Morrison. The timeline raises questions about when the relationship began. Photos show Hayes' private security team providing protection for Mrs. Morrison. Why would a billionaire provide such expensive resources for a married woman unless there was a personal connection? Then the timeline, carefully constructed, deliberately misleading. Hayes and Morrison dated 5 years ago before she married Derek Morrison. Friends say Hayes never got over the breakup. Sources confirm Hayes has been in contact with Mrs. Morrison throughout her marriage. The question remains, was this contact innocent or something more? More photos. Alex's car outside the hotel where Carrie was staying. His security in the background of courthouse photos. Emma Fitzgerald shaking his hand outside her office. Everything cropped, angled, designed to suggest guilt, intimacy, deception. The comments section was already filling up. I knew she was having an affair. Derek tried to tell everyone. Poor Derek. His wife cheats, then accuses him of abuse to cover it up. This is what happens when gold diggers marry for money, then find a bigger wallet. That baby is probably not even Derek's. That last one made Carrie's hands shake. She put the phone down, picked it up again, read more, tortured herself with the lies people believe so easily. Her chest felt tight. Breathing became work. The baby kicked, hard, angry. Carrie put her hand on her belly. I know, baby, I am angry too. The hotel room was small, clean, impersonal. Generic art on the walls, beige everything, safe but lonely. She had been here for 2 weeks, ever since the restraining order, ever since Derek's public meltdown, ever since her life became a courtroom drama. She got up, walked to the window, city lights below, Hartford at 4 a.m., quiet, still. The world sleeping while she fought invisible battles. Her phone rang. Alex, of course he had alerts set. Of course he was awake. Of course he cared. Carrie, I saw it. I am so sorry. His voice tired, guilty, like this was his fault, like he had written the article himself. Alex, you did nothing wrong. I should have been more careful, different security, less obvious. I should have thought about how it would look. How what would look? You helping someone, being kind, supporting a friend, those are not crimes, Alex. But the article makes it seem the article is trash, written by someone who gets paid to create drama, to suggest scandal, to make innocent things look guilty. This is what they do. She heard him breathing, processing, probably pacing. He always paced when he was stressed. She remembered that from 5 years ago, late-night phone calls when his company was struggling, when investors were pulling out, when everything felt impossible. Do you want me to back off? He asked. Make a statement? Distance oneself? Whatever you need, whatever makes this easier. Carrie sat on the bed, springs creaking, baby doing gymnastics. Her whole body ached. Pregnancy aches. Stress aches. Living in a hotel for 2 weeks aches? No, absolutely not. You are not backing off. You are not making this easier for Derek. You are staying if you want to, if that is okay with you. It is more than okay. I do not want to make your life harder. Alex, my life is already hard. You are one of the few things making it bearable. Do not leave because some trash website wrote lies. The people who believed that article without asking for my side were never on my side anyway. Long silence. Then, okay, I am staying, but Carrie, if this gets worse, if Patricia uses this, if Derek's lawyer, then we deal with it, with truth, with evidence, with the fact that we have done nothing wrong. They talked for another hour, about nothing, everything, the baby, the case, the future. His voice became her anchor, her reminder that good men existed, that kindness was real, that not everyone was Derek. When they hung up, Carrie tried to sleep, failed. The baby was awake, kicking, demanding attention. Carrie put her hand on her belly, felt the movements, the rolls, the hiccups. Your mom is making a mess of everything, huh? Choosing wrong, trusting the wrong people. But she is trying, she is fighting, and she is going to make sure you never have to. She must have dozed, because the next thing she knew, her phone was ringing again. Unknown number. She checked the time, 7:30 a.m. She answered anyway. Hello? Female voice, young, nervous, shaking. Mrs. Morrison, you do not know me. My name is Madison Cole. I worked for your husband. I need to talk to you. I have information. Please, this is important. Carrie sat up, alert, suspicious. This could be a trap. Derek's attempt at contact. Patricia's scheme. Another lie. How did you get this number? I called your lawyer, Emma Fitzgerald, told her who I was, what I knew. She vetted me, checked my story, then gave me your number. She said you would want to hear what I have to say. Carrie grabbed the hotel notepad, started taking notes. Marketing brain activating. Document everything. Trust nothing, verify always. I am listening. Madison took a shaky breath. I thought it was just business, bad business. You know, cutting corners, creative accounting, Silicon Valley stuff. Everyone does it. I told myself everyone does it. She was crying now, soft sobs, the kind you try to hide, the kind that come from guilt. I did not know about you, about what he was doing to you. I swear, God, I thought you were just the wife, the one who spent money, who did not understand business. That is what he said. That is what he told everyone. What changed? Carrie asked, her voice steady, professional, interview mode. The bank statements. After the news broke, after the FBI came, I started looking, really looking, and I realized he was not just stealing from the company. He was stealing from you, from everyone, and I helped him. How? The thermostat. He sent me an email that morning, the morning you got sick. He told me to lock the climate control remotely, change the password. I did it. I did not ask why. I did what my boss told me to do. Carrie's hand tightened on the phone. The baby kicked, hard, like she felt her mother's anger. Did you know I was sick? Did you know I was pregnant? No, God, no. I swear. He said you were wasting energy, being dramatic about being cold. He made it sound like you were the problem, like this was normal, like husbands manage thermostats all the time. Husbands do not lock their wives out of climate control, Madison. I know that now, I know, but I did not. I was 26. He was my boss. I needed the job. My mom has cancer, medical bills. I could not afford to question him, to lose my income. I did what I was told. Carrie understood that, the pressure, the fear, the rationalization. She had done the same thing, made excuses, convinced herself Derek's behavior was normal, acceptable, her fault. Why are you calling me now? Because after you left, after he got arrested, I went through the files, all of them, found things, accounts I did not know about, money he moved to offshore banks, assets he told the bankruptcy court were lost. They are not lost, they are hidden. And I have proof, all of it, account numbers, transfer dates, everything. Carrie's breath caught. Why are you telling me this? Why not just give it to the FBI? I did. I gave it to them first, got immunity, full cooperation agreement. They told me I should probably tell you too, that you deserve to know, that you could use it in your divorce. Can we meet, you and me, somewhere public? I want to see this evidence. I want to hear everything. They agreed on the coffee shop downtown, the one with big windows, lots of people, witnesses, safety. Carrie called Emma first. Did you vet this woman? Completely. Background check. Employment verification. FBI confirms she is cooperating. She is legit, Carrie, and what she has will bury Derek. Next, she called Jen. I am meeting Derek's assistant, the one who locked the thermostat. Are you insane? That could be a setup. Emma vetted her. FBI confirmed. And Jen, she has evidence, real evidence, offshore accounts, hidden money, everything. Jen sighed. Fine, but I am coming with you, and we are sitting where I can see the exits. The coffee shop smelled like espresso and anxiety. Carrie arrived early, found a table by the window, Jen beside her. Both of them watching the door, waiting. Madison Cole walked in at exactly 10 a.m. She looked younger than 26, scared, small, like she had been carrying something heavy for too long. She ordered tea, Earl Grey, sat down across from Carrie and Jen, put a manila folder on the table between them. Her hand shook. Thank you for meeting me, Madison said. Carrie studied her. Blonde hair, blue eyes, pretty in that non-threatening way. The kind of assistant Patricia would approve of. The kind Derek could parade around without raising eyebrows. Did you sleep with my husband? Carrie asked. Direct, no games. Madison's head snapped up. What? No, never. God, no. He was my boss, that is all. I know everyone thinks. The young assistant, the affair, but no, he never. We never. I would never. I believe you. You do? Derek is too controlling for affairs, too obsessed with his image, too careful. An affair would be messy, risky, evidence. He would never risk that. Madison's shoulders dropped, relief flooding her face. Everyone assumes, even my friends, even my mom. They all think I was sleeping with him, but I was not. I was just trying to keep my job, pay my bills, survive. She twisted her coffee cup, back and forth, nervous energy, guilty energy, confession energy. Tell me about the thermostat, Carrie said. Madison pulled out her phone, opened her email, turned the screen toward Carrie. From Derek Morrison to Madison Cole, sent February 14th, 9:15 a.m. Subject. Energy costs. Lock climate control at 58 degrees. Change password to Hotel 7421. Do not tell Caroline. She has been complaining about being cold. Needs to learn to appreciate what she has. Carrie read it 3 times. Each word a knife, each sentence proof. I thought it was weird, Madison said. But not evil, just petty, like a husband teaching his wife a lesson about wasting money. I grew up poor. My dad was like that, controlling about utilities, yelling about lights being left on. So it seemed normal-ish. It was not normal. I know that now. When I saw the news, saw you went to the hospital, saw the hypothermia, I realized he tried to hurt you and I helped him. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Jen leaned forward. Why are you really here, Madison? Guilt or something else? Madison met her eyes. Both. I feel guilty, but I need to make this right. I need to stop being the person who follows orders without asking questions. I need to be someone my mom can be proud of, someone I can live with. She pushed the folder across the table. This is everything. Every account Derek hid, every transfer, every lie he told the bankruptcy court, every crime he committed. I was his assistant. I processed these transactions. I did not know what they meant at the time, but I kept copies, backed everything up just in case. Carrie opened the folder, page after page. Account statements, wire transfer confirmations, corporate filings, tax documents, a complete financial history of Derek's fraud. This is everything. I know. The FBI has copies, but you should too, for your divorce, for your protection, for your daughter. How do you know I am having a daughter? Madison smiled, small, sad. Derek complained about it, said he wanted a son, said a daughter was useless to him. I thought that was horrible. What kind of father says that about his own child? The kind who locks his pregnant wife in a cold house, Carrie thought. The kind who steals her jewelry. The kind who destroys everything he touches. What will happen to you then, Carrie asked. I have immunity, as long as I testify, as long as I cooperate. The FBI protects me, but my career is over. No one will hire Derek Morrison's assistant. Everyone thinks I knew. Everyone thinks I was complicit, which I guess I was. I just did not know it. They sat in silence. 3 women at different points of Derek Morrison's destruction, all damaged, all choosing what to do next. I forgive you, Carrie said. Madison's eyes filled with tears. You should not. I do not deserve. You did not know what he was. You were just trying to survive. I understand that. I was doing the same thing. We both got out. That is what matters. How did you get out? Carrie thought about it. The question, the answer, the path. I got angry. I stopped making excuses. I stopped believing I deserved it. I stopped being afraid of losing him and started being afraid of losing myself. Do you think I will ever stop feeling guilty? No, but you will learn to use it. Let it make you careful, make you question, make you better. Guilt is not the enemy. Complacency is. They finished their coffee, exchanged numbers. Madison left first, disappeared into the late morning crowd, carrying her guilt, her immunity, her choice to finally do the right thing. Jen grabbed Carrie's hand. That was brave. What you just did. What did I do? Forgave someone who hurt you, saw her as human, not just enemy. That takes strength. Carrie looked at the folder, at the evidence that would end Derek completely, at the choice Madison made to give it to her. She is not the enemy. She was just another person he used, another woman he manipulated, another victim who got out. Her phone rang. Emma, tell me you got it. I got it. Good, because with Madison's testimony and those documents, Derek is going to prison for a very long time, and you are getting everything. Asset recovery, full custody, clean separation. Justice, Wishto. Carrie closed her eyes, felt the weight shift. Not gone, but lighter, manageable, survivable. When does the criminal trial start? 3 weeks, federal court. I will be there. So will you. So will Madison. And we are going to watch Derek Morrison get exactly what he deserves. Back at the hotel room that night, Carrie sat on the bed, folder beside her, baby kicking, life continuing despite everything. She thought about Madison, about the guilt in her eyes, the need for forgiveness, the choice to be better. Not everyone who helped Derek was evil. Some were just scared, just trying to survive, just following orders without asking questions. The real evil was Derek, the one who created the system, the one who manipulated everyone, the one who built cages and called them homes. Carrie opened her laptop, sent an email to Madison Cole. Subject: Thank you. You gave me justice today, not just evidence. Justice, the knowledge that people can change, can choose better, can stop following and start questioning. Your mom is lucky to have you. Your future is bright. Do not let Derek's shadow darken it. You are not what he made you do. You are what you choose to do next. Thank you for choosing truth. Carrie, she hit send, closed the laptop, put her hands on her belly. Your mom made mistakes, baby girl. Trusted the wrong people. Believed lies. But she learned. She grew. She fought back. And she is going to make sure you never have to learn these lessons the hard way. You are going to grow up knowing your worth, knowing red flags, knowing that leaving is braver than staying, knowing that pretty cages are still cages. Hope kicked. Once, twice, 3 times. Like applause. Like agreement. Like love. Carrie smiled. First real smile in weeks. My daughter will never wonder if she is worth fighting for. She will know. Because she will watch me fight and win. 3 weeks later, Carrie sat across from Alex in the same coffee shop where she had met Madison. The lunch rush filled every table. Business people, students, mothers with strollers, normal life happening around them. The kind Carrie was trying to remember how to live. She was 8.5 months pregnant now. Huge. Uncomfortable. Ready to be done with pregnancy and start the next impossible chapter. Motherhood. Single motherhood. Building a life from ruins. Alex looked good. He always looked good. 5 years had been kind to him. Success suited him. But there was something in his eyes today. Nervousness, hope, fear, all of it familiar. I'm glad you called, he said. I was starting to wonder if I should back off completely. Give you space. I needed time to think, to process, to figure out what I was feeling versus what I should be feeling. And what are you feeling? Carrie wrapped her hands around her decaf latte. The warmth felt good. Everything ached these days. Back, hips, feet. The baby was running out of room, pushing against ribs, sitting on bladder, making sleep impossible. Grateful, she said, confused, hopeful, scared, all of it at the same time. That is a lot. I need to understand something, Alex. Why help me? After how I ended things, after I chose Derek, after I broke your heart, why would you help me? He took a breath, like he had been waiting for this question, preparing for it, dreading it, because I never stopped, loving you, hoping, watching from a distance, telling myself you were happy, telling myself I had moved on, lying to myself for 5 years. He laughed, bitter, self-aware. When I saw his Facebook post, when I saw him painting you as unstable, I knew. I have seen men like him before. Men who marry women out of their league and spend the entire marriage punishing them for it. Men who cannot stand that their wife is smarter, more talented, more everything. So they make her small, make her doubt, make her disappear. Carrie felt tears building. She blinked them back. Pregnancy hormones made everything harder. Every emotion amplified, every word heavier. I was not out of his league. I was out of my mind. Alex laughed, real laugh, the kind that crinkles eyes, the kind she remembered from 5 years ago. Late nights, cheap wine, big dreams, before she got scared, before she chose wrong. Maybe, but you are back in it now, and you are magnificent. Stronger than you know, braver than you think, better than you believe. I cannot, we cannot, not now, maybe not ever. I need to figure out who I am without any man. Derek, you, anyone. I need to be alone, be whole, be myself. She put her hand on her belly. The baby kicked, right on cue, like punctuation, like agreement. I am about to be someone's mother, someone's entire world. I need to make sure I am stable, healthy, ready, not jumping from one relationship to another, not using you to fill the Derek-shaped hole he left. Alex reached across the table, took her hand. His touch was warm, safe, different from Derek's. Derek's touch always felt like ownership. Alex's felt like invitation. I know, I'm not asking for anything. Not now, not ever unless you want it. Just let me be your friend if you need one. Wah, Carrie squeezed his hand. I need one, thank you. They sat, drinking coffee, talking about nothing, everything. The trial started next week. Madison would testify. Emma had prepared everything. The case was airtight. Derek was going to prison. Patricia was going to lose. Justice was coming. Why did you really choose Derek over me? Alex asked. Not accusing, just curious, just trying to understand. Carrie had thought about this question a lot. Late nights, early mornings, hotel room insomnia, baby gymnastics at 3 a.m. She had dissected her choice, her mistake, her path. Derek represented everything I thought I needed. Stability, normal, safe, boring in the good way. My parents had passion. They also had chaos, fighting, breaking up, getting back together, drama. I thought boring was better. I thought predictable was safe. She paused, watched people walk by outside, lives in motion, stories she would never know. You represented everything I was afraid to want. Passion, risk, real love. Your startup was unstable. You worked 100 hours a week. You had big dreams and no guarantees. I was 24, fresh out of grad school, drowning in student loans. I thought I needed security more than I needed happy. And now? Now I know. The only real security is knowing who you are. Everything else is just pretty prison walls. Derek gave me financial stability, a nice house, the appearance of success, but I was more trapped than I ever would have been with you. At least with you, I would have been free, myself whole. Alex's eyes were shining, not quite tears, but close. I wish you had told me that 5 years ago. Would it have changed anything? Probably not. You needed to make that choice, live that life, learn that lesson, and I needed to build my company, become who I am. We were both too young, too scared, too something. Do you think people get second chances? I think people get as many chances as they are brave enough to take. The criminal trial took 6 weeks. Federal courthouse, high ceilings, American flags, the weight of justice, real justice. Not Facebook comments, not public opinion, actual law, actual consequences. Carrie attended every day, 8 months pregnant, then 9, then past her due date, baby refusing to arrive until the trial ended, like hope knew, like she was waiting for closure before making her entrance. Derek sat at the defendant's table. Expensive suit, expensive lawyer, expensive performance of innocence. But his eyes were different, caged, desperate, the mask slipping daily. Patricia sat behind him, every single day, designer clothes, tissues, performance of suffering mother, but no self-reflection, no accountability, no recognition that she had created this monster, fed this monster, enabled this monster. Madison testified on day 4. The courtroom silent as she explained the thermostat, the email, the instructions. Her voice shook, but she did not break, did not minimize, did not make excuses. Derek's lawyer tried to discredit her. Is it true you were granted immunity in exchange for testimony? Yes. So you are only here to save yourself? No, I am here because I was part of something wrong, and I am trying to make it right. You expect us to believe you did not know what you were doing. I was 26. He was my boss. I did what I was told. That does not make it right. That makes it understandable. There is a difference. The prosecutor presented evidence, account statements, transfer records, Madison's documentation, every lie Derek told, every dollar he stole, every manipulation exposed. Emma presented Carrie's evidence, medical records, text messages, bank statements, timeline of abuse, pattern of control, systematic destruction. The jury listened. 12 people, 12 strangers, 12 chances at justice. They took notes. Watched Derek, watched Carrie, watched the evidence pile up. Derek's lawyer tried everything. Suggested Carrie was lying. Suggested she was unstable. Suggested pregnancy hormones made her unreliable. Suggested the affair with Alex proved she was manipulative. Emma destroyed every argument. Methodically, professionally, brilliantly. The defense wants you to believe Mrs. Morrison is the villain, the liar, the manipulator. But the evidence tells a different story. The evidence shows a pattern, years of financial abuse, deliberate isolation, calculated control. And on February 14th, an act so cruel, so calculated, that it endangered both mother and child. That is not the behavior of an innocent man. That is the behavior of an abuser losing control. The jury deliberated 4 hours. Carrie sat outside the courtroom, contractions starting, false labor, Braxton Hicks, the baby's way of saying, almost time, soon. Wait, Jen held her hand. Rachel on the other side, Alex in the hallway, respectful distance, but present, ready, just in case. The jury came back. Everyone filed into the courtroom. Carrie waddled, 9 months and 3 days pregnant. Ready to pop, ready to be done, ready for next. Has the jury reached a verdict? We have, Your Honor. On the count of fraud in the first degree, how do you find? Guilty. On the count of embezzlement? Guilty. On the count of financial abuse? Guilty. Count after count. Guilty, guilty, guilty. Derek's boy's face went white. Patricia gasped. Dramatic, performed, useless. The judge set sentencing for 2 weeks later. Carrie walked out of the courthouse, paused on the steps, put her hand on her belly, felt the baby kick. Strong kicks, victory kicks, justice kicks. He lost, baby girl. The monster lost. You are going to be born into freedom, safety, truth. Your mom made sure of that. Sentencing day, Judge Morrison presiding. The irony was not lost on anyone. The courtroom packed, media, supporters, curious onlookers, everyone wanting to see the ending. The conclusion, the consequence. Derek stood. Carrie in the gallery, 9 months and 17 days pregnant. Any moment now, any contraction, any day. Judge Morrison looked at Derek. No sympathy, no softness, just law, just justice, just truth. Mr. Morrison, you have been found guilty of multiple counts of fraud, embezzlement, and abuse. The evidence presented was overwhelming. Your actions endangered your wife and unborn child. You stole from your company, your investors, your family. You have shown no remorse, no accountability, no recognition of the harm you caused. She paused. Let the words settle. Let Derek understand. I am sentencing you to 18 years in federal prison, asset forfeiture, restitution to victims. You will have no contact with your ex-wife or child during your incarceration. You are a danger to those around you, a manipulator, an abuser, and you will be removed from society for the safety of others. Derek tried to speak. The judge cut him off. You had your chance to speak. You chose to lie, to manipulate, to abuse. Your time is over. Bailiff, please take him into custody. Derek stood, looked at Carrie, the hatred in his eyes pure, undiluted, real. He mouthed something she could not hear, did not care. He was already gone, already past, already nothing. Patricia screamed, "You destroyed my son! This is your fault! You seduced him, trapped him, destroyed him!" Security escorted her out, still screaming, still blaming, still refusing to see that Derek destroyed himself. Carrie just documented it. Asset recovery took 3 months. Grandmother's pearls returned, cleaned, appraised, worth $5,000. More than Derek claimed, of course. Hidden accounts frozen, recovered. Portion awarded to Carrie. Not millions, but 200,000. Enough for down payment on small house. College fund for hope. Fresh start. New beginning. Clean slate. Carrie stood in the empty nursery of her new small house. Not designer showcase Derek planned, not Instagram perfect Patricia approved, just room with crib, rocking chair, window with sunlight, real, honest, hers. She had painted it herself, 9 months pregnant, roller in hand, Rachel helping, Jen supervising, yellow, bright, warm, happy, perfect. The house was small, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, tiny kitchen, postage stamp yard, nothing like the colonial Derek had, nothing like the wealth he performed, but it was hers, her name on deed, her mortgage, her choice, her space, her freedom. Hope arrived 3 weeks after sentencing. Fast labor, 4 hours start to finish. Carrie's water broke at 2 a.m., hospital by 3, baby by 6:30. Rachel and Jen coached her through, breathing, pushing, encouraging, or being present and being family, us being everything Derek never was. Alex waited in the waiting room with Mark, Rachel's husband, both of them pacing, nervous, excited, ready to meet this baby who had survived so much before even being born. When they put Hope in Carrie's arms, the world stopped. 7 pounds, 2 ounces, perfect health, all the fear, the pain, the fighting, worth it, all of it, every moment, every tear, every battle. Hope opened her eyes, looked at Carrie, really looked, like recognition, like love, like, I know you, you are my person, my safe place, my home. Hi, baby, Carrie whispered, her voice breaking, tears flowing, happy tears, relief tears, love tears. I am your mom, and I fought for you. I am going to keep fighting for you, every day, forever. Derek was sentenced 3 days after Hope was born. He would not meet his daughter, would not be around for her childhood, for her first words, first steps, first anything. 18 years. Hope would be an adult before he got out, before he could hurt her, manipulate her, damage her. Patricia sent one message. You destroyed my son. You took my grandchild. You are evil. Carrie blocked the number. Hope would never know that grandmother, would never hear those lies, would never be called the girl from nowhere, would never be made small by people who could not stand her light. Madison sent a card, Hallmark, generic, but the message handwritten, real. Thank you for showing me what strength looks like, what courage gives us, what forgiveness means. I am starting therapy, changing careers, building a life I can be proud of. Because of you. Thank you. Madison, Carrie saved it. Put it in Hope's baby book. Someday her daughter would read it, would understand that courage comes in many forms, that it is never too late to choose better, that people can change, grow, become. 6 months after Hope was born, Carrie went back to work. Part-time, marketing consultant, her terms, her hours, her clients, her life. Sterling and Associates offered her full-time position. executive director, six-figure salary, corner office, everything she had before Derek. She said no, built her own consultancy instead, Brennan Marketing. One client at a time, one project at a time, her way, her rules, her success, work from home, flexible hours, be present for hope, for feedings, for naps, for first smile, first laugh, first everything, not miss a moment, not sacrifice motherhood for career. Have both, her way. Alex was still around, still patient, still just friends. Coffee twice a week, sometimes lunch, never dinner. Boundaries, respect, space. They talked about everything, nothing. Hope, business, life, politics, movies, books, easy conversation, comfortable silence, real friendship. Do you think, he asked one day, Hope was 6 months old, sitting in high chair, smashing banana on tray, being perfect chaos. Maybe, eventually, we could be more than friends? Carrie watched Hope, the joy on her face, the pure happiness of discovery. Banana, fingers, sensation, everything new, everything wonder. Maybe, eventually, when I am ready, when Hope is older, when I know who I am without needing anyone, without using anyone, without hiding behind anyone. I can wait. You have been waiting 5 years already. What is a few more? Hope's first real smile happened on a Tuesday. Carrie was changing her diaper, making faces, being ridiculous, sticking out tongue, crossing eyes, doing anything for reaction. And Hope smiled, real smile. Not gas, not reflex, recognition, joy, love. In that small house with yellow nursery, no designer furniture, no keeping up appearances, just love, just enough, just everything that mattered. The thermostat on the wall read 72 degrees. Carrie had set it there. Her choice, her control, her house, her life, her freedom. She picked up Hope, held her close, breathed in that baby smell, that new life smell, that hope smell, that everything is possible smell. You know what, baby girl? Your mom made mistakes, big ones, chose wrong, believed Lana's, stayed too long. But she fought back. She got out. She built this for you, for us, for every woman who needs to know that pretty cages are still cages, that love does not hurt, that safety is not the same as being small, that walking away is sometimes the bravest choice you will ever make. Hope cooed, grabbed Carrie's finger, held on, tight, strong, alive. Carrie thought about Derek, in prison, 18 years. Patricia, still blaming everyone else, still refusing to see, still enabling from distance. She felt nothing. Not hate, not anger, not even pity. Just nothing. Empty, clean, free. Like that chapter was closed. That book was finished. That story was over. New story now, better story, true story. Single mother, small business owner, survivor, fighter, free woman, whole person. She finally understood. The prison door had been unlocked all along. She had been her own warden, had locked herself in, convinced herself she deserved the cage, earned the cage, needed the cage. But she had always held the keys, just needed to be brave enough to use them. And she was. She did. She survived. The thermostat read 72 degrees. This time it was true. Caroline's story did not end in that courtroom. It began there. She built a life, a real one, not performed for Instagram, not approved by someone else, just real, messy, beautiful, free. Hope is 7 years old now, happy, healthy, strong, growing up knowing her worth, knowing red flags, knowing that love does not hurt, that control is not care, that pretty cages are still cages. Derek is still in prison. 11 more years to go. Patricia still sends letters, still blaming, still refusing to see. Carrie does not read them anymore. Some people never change, and that is okay. Their healing is not her responsibility. Alex, well, that is a story for another time. Let us just say patience paid off. Eventually. If Caroline's story resonated with you, if you saw yourself in her struggle, if you know someone who needs to hear this, do me a favor. Hit that like button. It tells me these stories matter, that truth matters, that your time here mattered. Drop a comment below. Tell me your thoughts, your story, your moment of walking away. This community is built on shared experiences, on supporting each other, on knowing we are not alone. Share this video with someone who needs it, someone stuck in their own cage, someone making excuses, someone who needs permission to choose themselves. You might save a life, really. And if you want more stories like this, real stories, raw stories, stories about women who fought back and won, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, join this family, because we are just getting started. Remember, the prison door is unlocked. You just have to be brave enough to walk through it. I will see you in the next one. Stay strong, stay safe, stay free, retry.